Fire Emblem. Engage.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me once again on this Fire Emblem Engage Pacifist playthrough. Chapter 7 is upon us, marking our toughest challenge yet. In the previous two maps, we had the ability to use Louis to lure out the boss and tank nearby enemies. We also had some degree of terrain to limit how much damage we could take. Here, the map is mostly flat and open, and the boss's magic rips through Louis with ease. We're going to need to adapt if we want to maintain our success rate.
Whatever you need.
The keystone of our plan is Yunaka. I will be shamelessly stealing an LTC trick by using Celica to warp her to a spot that gets Hortensia moving toward us. With a defense tonic, the Avoid plus 10 skill, and 40 extra Avoid from her Micaiah engraved Iron Dagger plus 2, her odds of surviving Hortensia and her entourage are actually quite good. As a bonus, she can bait the nearby lance fighters toward her with their chain attack tendencies.
I'm at 100%.
Boucheron is once again doing what he does best, and that's baiting sword enemies to attack him. He and Citrine effectively control the positioning of the closest flyer. Speaking of Citrine, she joins alongside Alchrist and Lapis.
Say the word.
They all join at level 10, but they only have 500 SP each. That stops them from being able to inherit useful mid-game skills, most notably Cantor.
For the Divine Dragon!
After most of our squad sets up, Vander will use Sigurd to make meaningful progress to the east. He wants to be able to pull some enemies away from Yunaka next turn. A Pure Water blunts the damage from the incoming mages. On turn 1, there are 7 enemies that charge at us. These are the Sword Flyer, the Armor Knight, the 3 Lance Infantry, and the 2 mages by Vander. If we leave them to their own devices, they can get in our way, so we've made sure to bait them all into predictable attacks. The formation you see here is the product of a lot of testing. Yunaka is unlikely to kill anyone here, but the Lancer on the Avoid tile is in most danger. One of 2 7% crits does him in. Everything else is well under control. The mages line up to poke Vander for 1 damage apiece, and the Flyer is helpless to resist our tasty bait. As the most EXP hungry unit on our team, Alear has received Emblem Micaiah. She can mend Yunaka from 7 spaces away while engaged, which is great news for the thief we're about to launch into danger. After Louis makes extra sure Alear will not be targeted, Yunaka warps to a very specific tile. See, Hortensia is programmed to move and attack only if a player unit is within range of her engage attack, which is 1 range. However, by moving to the space just left of the martial monk, we confuse this programming. Hortensia sees a valid target and will move to attack. However, because the monk is in the way, Hortensia has no 1 range attack. She will have to settle for a 2-range strike with L-Fire, and once she's on the move, she behaves like a normal enemy, more or less. Back in the southwest, we set about caging this flyer. It's anyone's guess as to why she doesn't simply fly over our units to get away. My money is on a misplaced sense of pride.
Taking some hits.
The star of the show up top is Louis. With the Sharina Bond Ring, he can tank all 4 of these lances without breaking a sweat. This is the last time we actually deploy the guy, so it's nice for him to end on a high note. Alchrist baits the 2 mages with his low resistance. Dodging doesn't matter, since he is going to heal off all the damage next turn anyway. Yunaka succeeds in not critting that monk, which is the last time we have to leave that up to chance. Next, she has to dodge at least 1 of the 2 Armor Knights. Otherwise, the Cavalier with the Iron Great Axe would see a potential kill, and he would complete the surround on Yunaka. Instead, we want the Cavaliers to go after Vander. They don't see a break, but they do see higher expected damage on him thanks to Yunaka's 80 Avoid. Vander can get pushed either down or to the left here. We can work with either outcome. Meanwhile, Yunaka has to take on 3 more attacks. The defense tonic allows her to survive 3 hits this turn rather than 2, and that makes a huge difference. I calculate her total odds of success to be 88.18%. Once again, I hit the skip button a bit too early. To recap, both Yunaka and Hortensia hit their attacks.
Give me an order.
Here's the combat forecast real quick. Yunaka dealt 7 damage, and she also poisoned Hortensia. Getting poisoned once means every hit does 1 additional point of true damage. Getting poisoned twice bumps that up to 3 damage, and a third layer of poison makes it 5.
Yes.
Vander ends his turn within range of a lot of enemies, but this position is not as scary as the red lines make it seem. A rare piece of terrain, another pure water, and significant aggro manipulation will keep him safe. Chloe engages with Marth and consumes a strength tonic, not so subtly foreshadowing part of our boss kill. It's possible to save the tonic by increasing Chloe's bond rank with Marth to 6, because that also gets her the strength we need. However, bond fragments are a non-trivial resource in this run, so I prefer to conserve those. We are currently trying to injure as many of our own units as possible, to maximize the SP gain of Great Sacrifice. It takes me a minute to remember a few of the details here. The goal is to have Citrine bait the nearest Pegasus into attacking her rather than Yunaka. She can do this from a handful of spaces, but I eventually decide I want the one Alchrist is in. That means he has to scoot over.
Please, don't worry.
Saline and Fram can still take damage. Alfred can't unless he misses, so I decide not to bother with that. Fram will make use of Anna's bond ring to avoid getting doubled and killed. Her HP is normally 19. I'm sure Micaiah is questioning our leadership by now, but she'll still help us out. Louis moved down 1 space last turn to reduce the number of incoming chain attacks. Over the course of 4 rounds of combat, these add up quickly. There would have been a chance of death in his old spot. Enemy movement order is key here. The 2 mages kindly make themselves a non-issue by attacking Alchrist before the Central Cavaliers pick a target. Afterwards, Vander easily shrugs off a few hits. The goal is to leave a path to Hortensia open after she pursues Yunaka. The Cavaliers themselves are distracted by Chloe and Lapis. Thanks to the lack of maintenance on this bridge, the pit tile beside them prevents the Cavaliers from striking the same target. However, if it weren't for the HP tonic provided by Boucheron, Lapis would die to the combination of Great Axe plus Sword Flyer. Everyone say thank you, Boucheron! Come on, don't be shy. If Yunaka has even a regular iron dagger equipped here, Hortensia will not target her. I don't really understand why. Allow me to skip past a bit of indecision here. Our boss kill has 3 steps. First, Yunaka deals chip damage and applies a second layer of poison. Second, Vander moves in to deplete the first health bar. We don't even require the damage from Sigurd's momentum skill. The final step is to Lodestar Rush with Chloe. Quick math. Chloe has 8 strength, plus 3 from Marth and the tonic. The rapier has 7 might, her personal skill will add 2 damage, and the poison will add another 3. That's 23 attack minus Hortensia's 8 defense. Lodestar Rush deals 30% damage 7 times, but engage attack multipliers always round up. So when we multiply 15 by 0.3 in rounds, we get 5. Precisely what we need.
No fair! I lost? Well, you're not getting my ring.
It certainly took a lot of work, but that's Chapter 7 with one kill. Join me next time for a breather chapter. Take care, everyone. Oh,